Good morning, Maisie Moo here. I'm jumping on today to show you how to cover these hair clips. These are the new kind of viral on TikTok hair clips that have come out. So I placed an order and these came from Amazon and they're all really neutral colours. They're not too exciting. So we're going to cover it in faux leather. So what I've done is I've come up with a template that will fit these. So before we get started though, I'll show you what it is. It's this shape here, and it's obviously got the middle bit that cuts out. So I'm going to be giving you another template for a backing piece. I've cut this out of felt so that we can make a snap clip from the scraps, so nothing gets wasted. But let's get started. First of all, you want to prep your clip. Now this is the big thing with these. You want the right glue and you want to prep it first. So I would suggest using I'm going to be using Loctite today, which is a super glue gel, but I also would suggest E6000. Now it is a slow drying gel, but you get a really good hold on plastics because it's quite a, it's a flexible type of glue. So what you want to do is rough this up. If you've got a nail file, or I'm just using a piece of, because it's just easier to bend around, this is just a fine sandpaper. So we're just going to sand that off. And we'll give that a little clean. I've got there we go, little vacuum cleaner. Now to wipe this and clean it, I am using some alcohol, so it totally takes off any bits, and here we go, all the dust, so that it's a nice clear surface to stick to. Right. Oops. This is handy for heaps of things. I use it on walls when I'm going to be hanging pictures and whatnot. So you want to let that dry. Now you've got a thick side and a thin side with this template, so you want to make sure that it lines up in the right place. So I'm starting from the fat end, and what I will do is just obviously want to hold it in place first. You can see it covers the full clip. I've made it so it goes right to the edge. I was thinking about doing a thinner one and using the clip as a border, but they're just not the bonniest colors, so we're going to do it this way. So what we need is a clip. I'm going to use a clip, and all you want to do is start by gluing. Now if I was using the E6000, I would probably have a little bit of super glue to start to hold it in place, and use a combination. You have to be careful when you combine super glue and an E6000 because you do get fumes and things. Okay, so I've started with the top there, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to just work my way down with my glue all the way around, make sure it's all glued on. There we go. So if you were going to be using E6000, you're going to want to clamp it like this as well, and that's going to give you a really good hold. But you can see I've got a nice clean edge. Any glue that's come through you want to wipe off. That's where the alcohol comes in handy. But there we go, look at that. That is so much prettier than what it was. Okie doke, let's have a quick look at the snap clip that we're going to make. These are really easy. This is just the bit that cut out from the middle. Here we go, so we're just not wasting it. And then this is the liner part here. When you cut with felt, sometimes I use a rotary blade. It can sometimes just, here we go, stretch felt a little bit. But I like felt because what it does is it just sticks everything down, and it's also a nice backing for the clip. So I am using, oh, I'd say that's 50 millimeters. I will make sure I double check that. Okay, so I'm putting that through that slot like that, and then I will close it. Make sure it's straight. And you want it central, straight and central. There we go. And now I'm using hot glue for this, and I'm just going to put some hot glue around the edge at the top and start with, top there. So you can see we've got that bit there's stuck, and then you just want to work your way around. And I use my hand go to the edge. Sometimes if you want to use a little bit of super glue on the edge, you can. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the palm of my hand because it is a little bit round, the clip. You also want it to be, just get it stuck down first, and it's nice and warm. Go, because it has that round shape. Now you can see my felt is a little bit stretched, but that's fine because what we do is we just go around at the end and give it a trim. It's better to be a little bit, there we go. See how much neater that is. Okay, so there we go, we've got a little clip, a little snap clip. So that's just like a little slide on. Tidy it up. Now, let's take all these off. There we go, we've got a covered, I don't know what these clips are called, I'm going to have to find out, that covered clip and a little snap, all from one square of faux. So this is definitely pimps these, I would say. I hope that's straightforward enough. I'm looking forward to seeing these popping up everywhere, and a great way to use your faux leather. Alright, I might make a few more. Thanks for watching, bye.